Now, going over to the political part podcast, you have Kamala Harris blaming Trump for FEMA failure on The View. And I do apologize, this might be visually disgusting, both from a visual and audio perspective, because we are going to watch a clip from The View, which I am actually impressed that there actually enough people watch it where it actually turns a profit, and it still exists. That's almost incomprehensible. I wonder what the percentage is in terms of people who just hate watch it, similar to Howard Stern. But another topic for another time, perhaps. Now, this comes to us thanks to Benny Johnson on the good old X, in which he says, quote, "Wow, Kamala just blamed FEMA's failure on the Hurricane Helene on Trump," which I'm not surprised. It's one of those cliche things where most politicians will blame the opponent for maybe the first year they're in office, but 3-4 years, really? In Kamala Harris's defense, she was very busy closing the border as the borders are. Oh wait, no, that was an epic failure, tantamount, yeah, the worst failure in history when it comes to the border security. Now, without too much further ado, and I just made the screen bigger so you can see the whole view, which they must have a very high quality wide angle lens. I'm not sure what manufacturer they use in order to fit some of the characters on the view, which I believe the chairs are very high quality. They appear to be wood, perhaps reinforced. Maybe they're actually carbon fiber with wood finishing on it, perhaps. But without too much further ado,
Kamala, because for all of those who are mispronouncing it, I want you all to know how to say it. But let's talk about something you would do different from Donald Trump. Right now, there is a monster storm barreling towards my state of Florida, a place that's still reeling from Hurricane Helene.
really quick question. I know this is. Do you think Kamala Harris, is that her earring or is that a microphone? There's been a couple of conspiracy theories, though, as sometimes I like to call them previews. But Kamala Harris seems to wear the same exact earrings in every interview she does. And since she's been wearing them, she sounds a lot more articulate. Granted, the bar was quite low. And granted, I'm a guy, I wear the same watch every day. But I know from my female friends that they do like to do the thing called accessorize. So why would you wear the same exact earring every single time? Like, I think my sister has like a whole barrel of earrings that she varies from time to time. I mean, that's very unusual. So let me know, do you think there's any merit to that theory? Let me know in the comments.
Of Florida, a place that's still reeling from Hurricane Helene. Trump is lying, claiming that the Biden administration is intentionally withholding aid from the areas where Republicans live and that FEMA funds are being redirected to migrants. Ironically, that is something he did in 2019. What do you think the effect of these lies are, and why is he doing this?
Well, it's profound, and it is the height of irresponsibility and, frankly, callousness. So lives are literally at stake right now. I traveled to Georgia and to North Carolina after Hurricane Helene. In Georgia, I met a woman who, just days earlier, her husband was killed in their home by a fallen tree. Days later, I met with her and her daughter. You can imagine the pain, the shock that they are still in about what they experienced, what they witnessed. I mean, we're talking about real human beings and their lives and them losing everything. Everything. This woman lost her husband, her child lost her father. People are losing their home with no hope of ever being able to reconstruct or return. And the idea that somebody would be playing political games for the sake of himself, but this is so consistent about Donald Trump. He puts himself before the needs of others. I fear that he really lacks empathy on a very basic level to care about the suffering of other people and then understand the role of a leader is not to beat people down, it's to lift people up.
Absolutely.
Especially in a time of crisis.
How low IQ is that? Just same cliche political platitudes. And blaming Trump. He's been out of office for 4+ years. What? Went pretty viral. Got 3.6 million views and 46,000 likes. Which, again, she was smart. She's not. But a smart politician would said, well, that's what Trump's saying. Here's A, B, C, D, what we're doing. Here's how much money is going to be sent there. Not the $750 per family. And some more might come later. And yeah, also within like a day or two of that happening, she said, oh yeah, we're going to give like $350 million to Lebanon. I mean, I don't know if that was a timed tweet that she had or like a scheduled tweet, but poor timing or just further insulting, Americans, showing how much more money goes to other countries, which again, most Americans have point to on a map. Partially digress. One of the first comments comes from Gunther Eagleman, who says, quote, most people know Trump hasn't been in the office for the last 4 years, getting 3.7 thousand likes. American Sublime says, it never ends, is a picture of Kamala Harris in 60 Minutes, says, I blame Trump, and it's a little, like the recycle logo, says, I blame Trump, I'm asked a question, incoherent statement, Joker laughter. They got 4,000 likes. Let's see here. Don Marie says, for 3.5 years, they said the border is secure until they decided to blame it on Trump. Getting 1.8 thousand likes, which, yep. Let's see here. American Warrior for Christ says, Donald Trump is not in office, Kamala Harris is. Kamala Harris and its entire administration boast about absurdities like climate equity. How is she blaming someone else for her massive and critical failures? Getting 3.2 thousand likes, which, yes, cliche deflection. Abdicated from responsibility. Sackhead Sean says, LL, man, this guy does a lot in government considering he hasn't been in office for the past 3.5 years. Milton will be his fault too. 4.1 thousand likes. Savannah says, quote, Trump hasn't been in office for almost 4 years. FEMA operates with a base of budget of 20 to 35 billion annually, which fluctuates based on disaster severity and supplemental appropriations. FEMA's failure fall directly on Democrats like Alexandra Mayorkas, who used FEMA's money for illegals. There's some screenshots, and it says Department of Homeland Security announces $380 million in additional funding for communities receiving migrants. FEMA awards $110 million to the Emergency Food and Shelter Program to assist migrants. Department of Homeland Security announces distribution of more than $77 million in congressional funding for communities receiving migrants. Politico. New York City to get $104.6 million from FEMA for asylum seekers. U.S. Embassy in El Salvador says, quote, Department of Homeland Security announces distribution of more than $12 million in funding. FEMA also said Department of Homeland Security announces $300 million in direct funding to communities receiving migrants and $300 million in new competitive award processes. A lot of dollars. I got 2.4 thousand likes. Let's see, any contrarian statements? VM simply says, here we have the 7 dumbest people on the planet. It's just a screenshot of the view. I got 7.5 thousand likes, which, I don't know if they're necessarily the top. Well, they're not the top, but dumbest. I have like an award for that. They're sure be up there. I'd nominate them. Scroll down more and more. You have Natalie Soria saying Clown World and it's Kamala Harris in clown makeup, getting 1.7 thousand likes. Let's see here. Florida One says, what is with the View and Democrats? How do they get to the center of politics from the left? You have low IQ. You have an IQ the size of your shoe size if you watch this game. 42 likes. Or sorry, 442 likes. Let's see here. Crowdsource the Truth says, quote, these migrants weren't even here in 2019. How did Trump give them FEMA money? The lies don't even make sense. Getting 600 likes. Luzinski says, career politicians will never take responsibility. They all need to be removed. 0 votes. Harris and Dementia Clown have destroyed America over illegal criminals. Getting 349 likes. Well, let's see here. Yeah. Well, let's see. Not too many contrarian statements. Here's a Sideshow Bob. No, it's a KG Green Jean Pierre. And it's about 30 seconds, but probably worth watching. This is from GRHP. Interesting profile name, saying, quote, Green Jean Pierre, spill the beans. This is October 2024 compared to September 2022.
No, Biden did not take FEMA relief money to use on migrants. So FEMA regional administrators have been meeting with city officials on site to coordinate available federal support from FEMA and other federal agencies. Funding is also available through FEMA's Emergency Food and Shelter Program to eligible local governments and non-for-profit organizations upon request to support humanitarian relief for migrants.
Oh, the juxtaposition is too funny. Getting 20 likes. Should get more though. Which yeah, like a number of contradictions at the White House. If I had $1 for every contradiction they had at the White House press secretary, like just $1, I could probably, what could I do? Buy France? Well, might not be saying much. I don't know who wants to buy that, but nevertheless, buy something comically expensive. So yeah, going on the View, not the best strategy though. That's pretty low bar actually. I'm not sure how many good calls Kamala's making these days. But let me know. Do you think they actually helped Kamala in any way? Do you get some more people on her side? Let me know in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.